Hey Ryder, what's poppin'?
Warner Brothers moved their entire 2021 slate of movies to HBO Max. Set photos of the Hawkeye series have been released, and Conan O'Brien leaves late night TV.
Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Poppin'. This is episode 4 of the show that brings you the latest in movie and TV news. Today, before we get started, I just wanted to remind you of our Cyberpunk 2077 giveaway. That's right, tomorrow is the day. If you don't know, tomorrow we're going to be live streaming the Game Awards on Twitch, Strictly Casual Official, at 8 p.m. Make sure you're in the chat because at 8:30, we're going to be giving away a copy of Cyberpunk 2077. If you want to know what you can do to enter, the link is in the description below. You can have up to 8 entries, and we hope that you'll be there live with us to win the game. Good luck to everyone, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
All right, awesome. Starting off with the banger, the biggest headline we have is HBO Max has just announced that they're releasing their entire slate of movies on the streaming service as well as in theaters. So we got movies like Matrix 4, Godzilla vs. Kong, Suicide Squad, Dune. I mean, the roster just goes on, dude. I mean, what else do we got with this?
Mortal Kombat, Space Jam 2, Tom and Jerry, In the Heights, and even a new Conjuring. Lots of big movies coming to HBO Max in 2021. Big move. This is a big move by Warner Brothers. AMC came out and said that they were kind of pissed off about it because they didn't like this. And we do want to say this for anybody out there. These movies will be on the HBO Max platform for 1 month for free. And then I believe they go VOD, or they're going to be like...
to pay us a premium service. Premium pay.
They might be. I'm not sure. I don't think they've gone into full details, but I know that they're doing 1 month of it free, and then I don't know what happens after that. Next up, Universal has been sued for cutting out the black couple from the poster of Couples Retreat. Isn't this crazy? Interestingly enough, I saw the poster, the original poster for this, and I didn't remember them being in there in the first place. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh crap, they were there. And it's crazy that they cut them out. They just made a renewed poster and they just didn't include them. But they're characters in the movie. The actor is suing, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, discrimination much?
All right, absolutely. Up next, we have a pretty exciting one for you Marvel fans. There have been new photos released of the Hawkeye series that's coming out on Disney Plus. We finally have now confirmed Haley Steinfeld is playing Kate Bishop alongside Jeremy Renner in the Hawkeye show. So that's incredibly exciting. Not sure when that's going to be coming out. I assume probably holiday 2021, maybe late summertime, but it's nice to know that there's some certainty on the casting there. Up next for you Star Wars fans now, some more exciting news. We have Diego Luna now confirms he is filming for the Disney Plus series Cassian Andor. The Disney Plus series are just off the chain here. He was on, I think, Jimmy Kimmel, and he was asking what he's filming, and he was saying, you know, cryptically he's with friends, and then Kimmel replies with, oh, so are you doing Disney stuff? And he says, yeah, those are my friends. So kind of confirmed. He's shooting the Cassian Andor series now, so hopefully, I assume maybe summertime 2021, maybe holiday, but another spin-off for you guys, all you Star Wars lovers.
And speaking of Jimmy Kimmel, Zendaya was on Jimmy Kimmel just a couple days ago and basically confirmed. She didn't specifically confirm, but she kind of gave us that wink confirmation. She said she can neither deny or say yes to the fact that the Spider-Mans are returning, but at this point, come on,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably happening,
at this point, if the movie isn't the 3 Spider-Mans, people are gonna be pissed. You know, like that's just what it's gonna be. Like people are gonna be mad.
For sure.
The hype is built. You know, even if the movie's like a year and a half away, like the hype is there. So next up, really interesting, since we were talking about Star Wars just a second ago. The original actor who played Darth Vader, Dave Proust, passed away at age 85. Who was the original Darth Vader?
Another Star Wars legend.
That made that figure famous.
The height, the stature.
Crazy.
Unfortunate.
So, legends
rest in peace.
Die.
Rest in peace, Dave Proust. You will be missed.
But legends do die, but they aren't forgotten.
Yeah, I like that. Up next, we have the first image from the Adam Project starring Ryan Reynolds. This story is basically about a man that travels back in time to get help from his younger self to confront their late father. I actually heard about this. I saw the post from it. Here's a little photo for you guys. This is pretty interesting. Are you excited for this movie?
That sounds really interesting. And I feel like we keep talking about how great of a year Ryan Reynolds is having.
He's having
just yet another project.
another popping off.
And I believe he has like a sequel for another franchise he's a part of that was announced. I was reading an article about it, but I couldn't find what the sequel was for what franchise, but they said that there's something else. This man has like 7 projects working
he's a lot.
So he's kind of like, I would say, peak acting right now.
He's in his peak of his career for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, a really crazy story. Conan O'Brien, he's leaving late night TV after 25 years and going to do a weekly show on HBO Max. So he's leaving TBS to do the weekly show on HBO Max, but his vacationing travel show will still stay on TBS for those who watch that. And I believe he's making the switch next year in June. So you still have like 6 months of Conan. Up, John Mulaney was investigated by the Secret Service for making a joke where he said that in the past, when Caesar was in front of the Senate, the senator stabbed him to death, and he said, wouldn't it be nice if we brought that back? Basically saying that senators should go do that to Trump. The Secret Service investigated him for that.
Oh, wow.
And they basically found that he had no, predisposed hatred. It was just a joke, and so they dropped any type of case against him. And also, John Mulaney is working at Seth Meyers' late night now, which is interesting.
Oh, cool.
Next up, we officially have the spin-off of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, is shooting soon, and we have some new concept art that just came out. I'm assuming this is going to be made sometime in 2021, probably released in 2022, but there is a spin-off coming. It is being worked on. This is just some proof. Next up, I have a really exciting one for you. Do you like Star Wars? Do you like Marvel? Do you like The Winter Soldier?
There's a
because
connection.
If you answered yes to any of those 3 questions, then I have some fantastic news for you. Lucasfilms wants Sebastian Stan, that's right, Sebastian Stan, to play the young Luke Skywalker if Mark Hamill says yes. Crazy to think about that they want to do a young Luke. Crazy to me that they want to do a young Luke Skywalker. Because
he looks just
I thought they were done with the Skywalker franchise. I thought they were done. I think they said after this last one, we're not gonna do any more Skywalker movies, but I guess that was a load of bullshit.
Bring him back for Mando, dude. That's the confirm. No, I'm just kidding. Speaking of Star Wars, for those of you that are fans of Oscar Isaac and Poe Dameron, he's been confirmed to be casted in a new Metal Gear Solid film starring as Snake. So that's just been recently confirmed. Just this past week, we have here, there's the character of Snake from the very popular video game. I think it's a good casting. I think it's great. He has that kind of old classic feel of him, the grittiness of Snake. So I'm excited to check this out.
I'm excited to see him. I love Poe. I'm excited to see him as
Poe.
as Snake.
Yeah.
Dude, more Star Wars news. So much Star Wars news this episode.
Here we go.
If you love Star Wars, like, subscribe, comment. What is your favorite Star Wars movie or show? Like, personally, Mandalorian, obviously, but Clone Wars is probably my favorite Star Wars franchise. I know you did that as your recommendation last month, and I was like, yes. Or last week, I mean.
Yeah.
But we have some major news. Rosario Dawson has signed on for 3 Star Wars movies. 3 Star Wars movies as Ahsoka Tano. So that's crazy because it's already like 3 movies. What are you going to be doing with her? What are you going to do with Ahsoka? But apparently they have a lot of stuff they want to do with
They got it planned. They're ready. Yep.
And another update on Kenobi. Kenobi is going to be shooting in Boston next month. Apparently they're only shooting for a day in January. And then they have some stuff they're shooting in London and some other areas around the world. But Kenobi apparently has started production. I know we had talked about it, that it was going to be in March, but I guess they started saying, you know what? Let's just go for it.
Okay.
That's cool. Next up, Lord of the Rings, the series from Amazon, has casted 20 people.
Oh, geez.
So
here we go.
They're moving ahead with production.
Some of the new additions.
20 actors in.
Cynthia Robinson, that sounds familiar. Fabian McCullum. I always feel like I know these. I don't know the names, but if I saw the face, I'd be able to put it together. Huge names, huge cast. That's crazy. We'll be hopefully posting up the photos and showing what the cast looks like.
Next up, we have a crazy article, a star-studded Time's Up, the charity that was saying, hey, no more sexual harassment, no more we're gonna stop this in the industry, in the acting world, in the commercial world, in the set production. Apparently, they spent all of the money, if not most of it, on just salaries. So they raised in 2018 $3,670,000 and spent $1,407,000 on salaries, and only $312,000 on legal defense cases for the people who have experienced sexual harassment. And this is something that I've seen more and more now with organizations and charities. They'll raise like $3 million, and then they'll spend most of it just paying people, like executives, to do stuff. And that's where most of the money goes. And then the money that is actually supposed to like be used to help people is like the last thing on their mind. They're all like, let's make sure everybody gets paid first, and then let's worry about the people. According to a charity navigator, which is a watch group that watches charities, they said that normally about 25% is spent on administrative costs for charity, right? That means everything that is administrative and operations, right? They spent 38% on just salaries alone. So that goes to show you how corrupt this Time's Up movement was. And it just shows you how people are easily manipulated and are swayed to go support these causes. Because personally, the idea of the cause is good, but the execution of it, horrible.
I got you. Good call.
And our final story today, before we get into our recommendations, Zack Snyder has teased us with a brand new look at Jared Leto's Joker. I know we told you he was coming back, but now apparently he's not going to have tattoos. He's going to have longer hair. He's going to be a little bit more grudgy, more dark. And it's going to be interesting to see this version of Joker. Because I think the one that was in Suicide Squad was very much laughed at. And I think Zack Snyder saw that and said, if we're going to have Joker in this, let's redesign him. So I think it's a great move. And
still, the hype just grows for me when it comes to the Snyder Cut.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I was like, but the train of hype don't stop.
It don't stop. Nope.
not until it arrives, at the first episode. So we'll see you there.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys, for all the headlines. Let's get into our recommendations. Luigi, what do you have for me? What do you recommend?
So I woke up during my birthday last week and started watching Hamilton at 2 a.m. on Disney Plus. And I am going to recommend it because I've watched Hamilton live. I've watched it on Disney Plus already. This was my second viewing, and it held up just as good as the first time. So if you haven't seen it, first of all, go watch it. Find some login, ask a friend, pay the $7, do the free trial, whatever.
But check it out.
Check it out.
Cool. All right, and as for my recommendation, I recommend to see Godzilla King of Monsters. With the new, hopefully, Godzilla vs. Kong coming out, you got to see the sequel to Godzilla, and it was actually a pretty good one. Millie Bobby Brown is in it. We got some other bigger actors that I can't remember their names of, but either way, still a jam-packed action film. So go check it out if you guys have HBO Max. Well, there you have it for this week's episode of What's Poppin'. Hope you guys enjoyed all the headlines and all the news. Leave a like if you did, and don't forget about our giveaway happening tomorrow live on Twitch at Strictly Casual Official. Links will be down below. Hope you guys can win a copy of Cyberpunk.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and now you know what's poppin'. We'll catch you guys in the next one.